And I'm back. I left the warning up for a little bit longer because this case really hacks me off. I'm really tired of hearing about these children that are forgotten about in hot cars. This happened in Marana, Arizona, July 9th, near Camino del Oeste. Christopher Scholtes said he left the car running with the air conditioner on and got distracted while playing video games. His wife gets home and found their daughter unconscious. She later died at the hospital. This is according to Fox 10 in Arizona. Detectives said that surveillance video obtained from other homes showed that the girl had been left inside the vehicle for 3 hours and the temperature on that day was 111 degrees. Now, what really, really chaps my ass is that he's going to be offered a plea deal. Can you imagine? They're working on a plea deal. Now, I'm going to go through this with my friends here. This is from EWU Bodycam. They do great work. I don't know how they get these body cams. You can't expect that from me. No way. Wouldn't even know where to start. But now it's being said he didn't get Christopher right there with the porn star mustache. By the way, his wife is a doctor. So she knows kids don't get left in hot cars. She also reminded her husband several times to quit leaving the kids in the car. Anyhow, now it turned out it wasn't video games. He was watching adult videos. Let's please go through this. We did a show about this back in July. I will pin it. And of course, the body cam credit goes to EWU.
It's a scorching 109 degrees in Marana, Arizona on the late afternoon of July 9th, 2024. A frantic 911 call sends first responders racing to the aid of a 2-year-old child, found unresponsive after her father left her to sleep in the family's car. As investigators try to piece together what may have happened, unsettling discrepancies begin to emerge, and shocking evidence raises a haunting question. Was this a heartbreaking mistake or a catastrophe waiting to happen? The suspect in question and all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
It's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
Our lives have been literally perfect.
The panicked 911 call.
Well, it's not baffling. It's not baffling. If you leave your child in a hot car and it's 111 degrees, something bad's going to happen. There's nothing baffling about this. It is pure negligence. And whether he was on the PlayStation, the Xbox, catching up on old reruns, or watching porn, either way, he should have got his daughter out of the car when he came in. Seems to me that he wanted to be by himself and then totally forgot about her.
Comes in around 4 p.m. from 37-year-old Christopher Scholtes. As the dispatcher attempts to keep him calm, Marana County Police and first responders weave through the busy streets in a desperate race to get to the scene.
What are you reporting?
She was in the car sleeping. She's unresponsive.
Okay, and who is she?
Please.
Who
My
is
daughter.
She? Is she still breathing?
No, she's not breathing right now.
Okay, we need to start CPR right now.
Yes, we are. We're starting CPR, yes. I'm so sorry.
Okay, is she breathing yet?
How long has it been? Half hour. It was, but it turned off.
Okay, this is very odd, a huge discrepancy because according to Fox 10, Christopher Scholtes' wife arrived at the home and found their daughter unconscious. And of course, we know she later died at the hospital. So did she have him call? Because I believe it's the wife in the background. That's the only person I can think of who it would be. And he's acting like she was only in the car for a half hour. No, surveillance cameras from other properties say that no, she was in there for at least 3 hours.
CPR, mom is a doctor and is also performing CPR on the baby. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, baby.
Deeper. Move on, give her breath.
Come on, baby.
By the time police arrive, paramedics have already taken over efforts to save the child, but the situation looks grim. As the temperature outside is boiling, they need to know how long she was exposed to the deadly heat.
Half hour, 45 minutes.
45 minutes, okay.
The car's been on.
She was left in the car after 45 minutes, but it was said it was on. Was the air conditioning on?
Yes.
But I guess it turned off, right?
As the paramedics need space to work, Chris walks away from the desperate situation. The officers attempt to keep Chris calm as he experiences rapid shifts in his emotional state.
Chris. Oh, yeah, was it some work?
What's going on? Why are you with me?
Because we were first responders and we were on scene when they affected all of us.
The AC was on. My worst nightmare. I have sciatica pain, so I can't be sitting down. Please, baby, please. Anything.
Despite their best efforts, the situation takes a dark turn.
I mean, I don't know if we should be there or she's driving right now. She's dead. Like, I need to be with her. Like,
Oh my God, I know. No. She's dead. We have nothing. Sir.
They're doing the best they can right now, okay?
Oh my God.
Shortly after arriving at the hospital, 2-year-old Parker Scholtes was pronounced deceased, a devastating result of intense heat stroke. While waiting with officers inside the house, Chris's demeanor continues to alternate between panicked and eerily calm.
Thank you.
Look at this house and look at this freaking loser. Hair all jacked up, wiping his nose. His wife's working because she's a doctor. Can't even clean off the counter. Leaves the little girl in the car. Says half hour, 45 minutes with the air conditioner going. Impossible. Impossible. So while mama's out bringing home the bacon, what's he doing? It gets worse because as we discussed on the last show about Christopher Scholtes, there was many a text message from his wife saying, I've told you over and over to quit leaving him in the car. I'm not understanding the disconnect. 1, from Christopher Scholtes, and 2, from the mom, who, let's face it, she wasn't working some minimum wage job. She's a doctor. She could hire someone to take proper care of the children because he's not it. Proven.
Can we get you anything?
Wow. I can't believe this. This can't be happening. She wants me to try and get her right to the hospital.
Hey, we'll accommodate that for you, all right?
We're just gonna need to get a statement from you about what happened, what's been going on. Obviously, I know this isn't easy for you. Okay, it's not easy for anyone around right now.
As the officer prepares to get Chris's version of events, a group of investigators outside try to piece together what little information they have from the child's mother. However, a disturbing observation made by one of the paramedics will leave them questioning if there's more to the story than they've been led to believe.
Mom's an anesthesiologist, so mom was working. Mom arrived, asked where the daughter was. Dad came out here, brought the kid in, looked like that. Mom started working on the kid. At that point, Dad said the kid had been in the car for 45 minutes. AC was running.
So this car wasn't running when you guys got.
No, the car was not running.
Sounds like he was aware because he said he left the baby in the car to sleep and let the car run.
No medics were talking about rigor in there already.
While Parker's physical state upon the paramedics' arrival raises suspicions with the officers outside, Chris begins to explain his version of what happened.
My daughters were at Elevate with my friend next door. They got home about 2:45 or so. We've just been hanging out at home. She was sleeping in the car and I had the car on. But it has a sensor where every 30 minutes or so it'll turn off if you haven't moved. I swore she was in the house playing with her sisters like she always does. I haven't been doing anything else really on the house. And like
Well,
we never do this anywhere, but I'm home, right? Like you're home, you're safe, you're like your kids are home.
Right. I'm sorry this is all going on.
We always park that car in the garage usually, but I just got a Peloton recently and the Peloton is in the garage now. So that's why it's not even in the garage. But
And how long was she sleeping in the car out there?
I want to say it was no more than 30, 45 minutes.
The chilling reality is that Parker remained in the driveway for far longer, a darker truth that will soon come to light with devastating implications. Meanwhile, as tensions simmer in the stifling heat outside, two officers take refuge in the shade and vent their mounting frustrations over the tragic situation.
Oh, I'd be super frustrated. I'll be super pissed. Question is why didn't Dad run outside trying to do everything he could? And what shade? Where are you going to get any shade? It's 111 degrees in Arizona. And he's just walking around the house, rubbing his nose, getting a drink of water, putting his hands through his hair. This is crazy.
No, summer one. That's it. Oh, straight from the notes and then the AC is on. No, I'm not missing.
Especially the day, they come directly in the back seats, directly in the sun.
Oh, it's worse than that. The whole car was inside. You see my inside right here, and when you start making it to the car, along across the road, the hood was fighting hot.
Now taking a break from questions, Chris makes a startling move that leaves officers stunned. As they attempt to relay the gravity of the situation, his willingness to cooperate takes a sharp turn.
Just to let you know, I don't want to feel like we're intruding, but we're gonna have to stand by with you for a while. All right.
Is there a reason why?
So any death we have to treat like a crime scene. I know this is extremely difficult for you. This is a normal process that we have to follow through with. I don't want you to be blindsided by anything, but that's what's going to be going on for right now, okay?
So I'm being treated like a murderer?
No.
I just lost my baby.
Not at all. I know that. And I know this isn't easy for you.
So I'm being treated like a murderer? Well, you know, you guys tell me what you think about that comment, because I thought it was pretty damn brazen for him to even play the victim. But hey, We've seen it before.
That's why I'm trying to be straightforward and honest with you, okay? I don't want to keep any secrets. I don't want to hide anything for you. Someone's going to talk to you about what happened, though. All right? We will keep you updated with everything.
My whole family, like my whole family is gonna be ruined.
We'll be all right. So we can't let you do that right now. We have to stand by with you. Okay? As soon as you can, we will let you
You
know.
can stay in the room if you want, but I'm gonna talk.
I know this isn't easy.
He wants to take a shower. He left his child in the car for 3+ hours in 111-degree heat. And he wants to cool off in the shower? This is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing. And then he's almost given demands to the police. Fine, you can stand right here, but I'm getting in the shower.
For you, but the quicker we get this done and finish up, the sooner you can be with your wife. All right?
I'm trying
We need
to
stand
rinse
by
off
with you.
so I can go to the
I know,
hospital
but
to be with my wife.
we're not going to shower or anything right now. You need to stand by with us.
I don't understand why.
Okay? Please.
I don't understand why.
I tried explaining that to you. We just need to stand by
I'm
with you.
standing by. Why can't I take
I
a
know.
shower while you stand by? What is?
It's not necessary right now. I'm not going to stand here and watch you shower.
After settling on a change of
I like that, officer. It's not necessary right now. You're going to get a shower when you go to county, and you'll get a squirt of water. You'll get that spooge off your hands. If you're clearly watching adult videos, then we'll get you cleaned up there. But there's such a thing as washing off evidence. And again, it's pretty brazen to say, I'm going to take a shower when you know you left your daughter in the car when it was 111 degrees outside. That's not the greenhouse effect inside the car. And I like when they say, we're not going to stand here and watch you shower. No.
clothes, Chris is informed that his other 2 children, 2 girls ages 5 and 9, have arrived with their grandmother and are waiting for him outside. As he passes by, a keen-eyed officer spots that Chris is holding something in his hands that detectives will need to collect as evidence.
He's got the shirt she was wearing. Are we going to need that?
Probably, yes.
So we're gonna need to take the dress. Okay?
Whoa.
Part of this is we have to take her dress. We have to leave it here. Like he said, we're doing the investigation still. So we have to have her dress. We can't let you take her dress.
Investigators decide to let Chris go ahead to the hospital, opting to speak to both him and his wife later that evening. The following recorded interviews between them and the detective detail their version of what happened. But as you'll soon discover, shocking discrepancies and jaw-dropping evidence reveal a far more devastating series of events.
If you can walk me through the events, starting from obviously this morning and then to eventually you guys reaching out, calling 911.
Pretty normal morning. The girls woke up and one of their friends had asked them to do to elevate with like their mom's friend. Their best friends live next door. Grandma was supposed to come get them. I think she showed up around like 10:30 or something, took them to elevate.
As the older daughters left for the trampoline park, Parker was supposedly left alone in Chris's care. He next explains that he went to a doctor's office and took Parker along with him, only to discover that it was closed.
So then we just basically turned around and came home. And I looked at the clock and I remember thinking like, oh, I gotta get home because the girls are gonna probably head back soon. So we got home and the girls weren't home yet, but baby was sleeping in the car. And so I had taken some stuff inside and I came back out and the girls were there. They had just pulled up. So they came inside and I checked on the baby. She was still sleeping. And then came back inside that's where I just kind of like was, I don't know, thinking that she was playing with her sisters. I think that me coming home and thinking that, you know, the girls were going to be home, so I got to like come back in and out kind of thing.
You said the girls came home. You remember about what time that was?
I want to say it was like 2:30.
The next door neighbor, whose kids went with Chris's older daughters earlier in the day, has a very different answer for what time the children came home.
And you said they got dropped off about what time?
Probably 1:30. I'm thinking like 1:15.
And then, do you remember what time you left to go to the clinic?
I don't.
Okay. You remember roughly about what time you got to the clinic and saw their clothes?
Probably about 2. Thinking.
Security footage from nearby businesses and Chris's own neighborhood paint a shockingly different picture, as we'll soon uncover. The discrepancies between his account and what the cameras captured will be impossible for detectives to ignore, especially as an even more startling pattern of behavior begins to surface.
So the girls get home about 2:30. You checked.
Still sleeping, and the car was still on.
Okay.
I think it's like every 30 minutes or something.
Some people still do not understand electronics. They still don't get it. There's such a thing as mechanical forensics. So they know when your air conditioner's on, even in your house, they can figure it out. Your car. We had another case where a child was left in a car. And she had a lot of special needs. A lot. And they tried to pull the whole hot car and forgot thing. And everything they said about how long the car was on, engine running, air conditioner running, was totally, as the cool kids say, debunked. And they're already catching him in lies, because as he's running his gums, they're already getting surveillance from the neighbors, knowing how long this beautiful little baby girl was in the car.
Like, will turn off if you haven't moved the car.
I don't know. I think the lockout period for the car is like 20 minutes, if I were to guess.
Is that something that's happened before that you've noticed with the car? Or?
I've noticed the car stopping before just because I was sitting in it one time and not like having anything going on, and it just turns off. So I know that it does that at some point.
Crime scene investigators performed a test to replicate this event on Chris's car, and while the exact time varied between each test, the vehicle turned itself off consistently around the 20-minute mark. 1 hour after the engine shut off, investigators recorded the temperature of the back seat where Parker was left sleeping. It was a sweltering 149 degrees Fahrenheit.
And then you go inside.
Exactly. They did their own test. And, for emissions in the environment and things like that, when you're running your car, especially in the heat, it will shut off, especially newer cars. Some of us don't have that problem because we might have older cars. But the temperature in the back seat, 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, here's a fun fact for you. Well, not really fun or funny. Last article that I read, unless there's something new, said that his wife, she's right there on the screen with Parker, beautiful baby girl, and Christopher, she's sticking by his side.
You guys are doing things as normal. Then what's next?
Girls were playing in their room on their iPads, like they usually do. That's where I thought the baby was. Girl said hi, but the baby didn't come say hi to her, so that's when she was like, "Where's the baby?" I was like, "Oh no, I think she's sleeping." And my daughter started looking for her first, and the girl said that she was sleeping in the toy room. But when I got up and went in the toy room, she wasn't in there. And then we were like, And then I was just walking around the house, like checking the rooms and stuff, because I figured she was in one of the other rooms. And I went out in the driveway and checked her car.
Already, Chris's timeline casts doubts as it places Parker in the driveway from before 2:30 p.m. up until the 911 call was placed. much longer than the 30 to 45 minutes he originally claimed. These discrepancies won't escape these seasoned detectives, but the truth they uncover will be worse than they imagined.
And as far as letting sleep in the car, have you've done that before with the
No.
kids? No.
No, not that I'm aware of.
And then had you done anything like this before where you just let her sleep in the car or anything like
No, that's normally, I mean, I have the girls with me usually, and the girls are always, good about like, Dad, get the baby, like we'll watch one side together.
that? I don't mean to be insensitive, but I have to ask these questions. Any issues at home? Any problems?
No, we have the perfect life. Like, I'm not even kidding. Every day we're just in awe of just how much we love each other, how perfect our girls are, just how full everything is. It's just, it's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
While they both claim it's never happened before, security footage witnessed by police, along with more unsettling claims, will ultimately reveal the possibility of a disturbing pattern of behavior. On the morning of July 9th, the day of the incident, Chris allegedly pulled into a gas station at around 12:06 p.m. on his way to the doctor's office. He's seen entering by himself, and after buying 3 cans of beer, enters the bathroom. Only 1 can remained as he exited without paying around 12:10 p.m. Chris's vehicle is next seen arriving at the doctor's office at 12:12 p.m., hours before he originally claimed.
Now, hold on. This is new information. The video showed that the vehicle Christopher was driving entered the parking lot on the west side at approximately 12:06. At 12:07, he entered the store by himself, walked to the beer cooler. He selected 3 cans of beers and then walked into the men's room. He spent a minute or two inside the bathroom, then exited with 1 beer in hand. He exited out of the east door next to the men's restroom, walked back to his vehicle and back to the parking lot. He made no attempt to pay for the items. And they have no idea if he consumed the other tall boys in the bathroom. It's getting better and better. Good God.
10 p.m. Chris's vehicle is next seen arriving at the doctor's office at 12:12 p.m., hours before he originally claimed. His vehicle is then seen making a third stop at a Bosch's grocery store at 12:30 p.m. Cameras captured someone matching Chris's description entering the store at 12:40 p.m., once again alone. He's then seen returning to the vehicle at 12:47 p.m. At 12:47, neighborhood cameras captured Chris entering the neighborhood. The vehicle was captured pulling into the driveway at 12:53 p.m., where Parker was left asleep until 4:16 p.m., when the 911 call was placed. Parker Scholtes remained in the driveway for more than 3 hours. The possibility that Parker was left unattended at each location may have been a shock to detectives, but to neighbors it was no surprise. After hearing troubling rumors circulating in their small neighborhood, investigators begin to question them and are shocked at the surprising allegations. Neighbors tell police that there have been multiple incidents in which the older girls were rumored to be found lost and wandering the neighborhood, while Chris was nowhere to be found. As well, a second neighbor came forward to say she'd been involved in a number of search parties for the girls over the years and claimed that while Chris was home, he would have no clue they even left the house. While Chris and his wife both adamantly denied regularly leaving their children alone, disturbing text messages surfaced between the two that seemed to contradict their claims. In this exchange, which took place just after Parker was taken to the hospital, the messages read, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" To which Chris replies, "I'm sorry. Detectives are coming for me. I'm going to prison. I killed our baby." Additionally, in the months leading up to Parker's untimely death, the mother accused Chris of driving under the influence with the girls in the car, as well.
Jesus, take the wheel. Come on. Don't just take the wheel, take the whole bus. Why were you going 138 with our baby in the car with alcohol in your system? Then he's the victim. You hate me, and she was sleeping, it's fine. Then the reply, and she was sleeping, it's fine. what does her sleeping mean? She is physically in the car. If you pulled over or had an accident, she's still in the car. And stop saying you hate me when you keep making blank decisions. All right. Speeding, drunk, stealing beer, whacking off, playing video games, not good marriage material, not good dad material. Sorry, doctor, he's not. And I hate to say this because I'm pretty sure that his wife is going through hell right now too. But she had plenty of opportunity to prevent this. All right, everyone in this house, except for the other children, has a ton of accountability to answer for.
Well, it appears that Chris admits to speeding at nearly 140 miles per hour with one of the children in the back seat. One burning question still remains: what Chris was doing while Parker was supposedly trapped in the scorching vehicle for over 3 hours.
Between 2:30 and then when I came home, what were you doing?
Working on laundry. The Office was on TV. I was drinking a Dr. Pepper, a little vacuuming on the stuff in the house. It was just like a lounge around the house day.
A search of Chris's phone may shed even more light on his activities at the time. Shockingly, around 2 p.m. while Parker slept in the hot car, Chris may have been browsing for men's clothing and searching for adult videos, raising chilling questions about his priorities and state of mind.
His state of mind, I don't care. I don't care. But the whole, oh, I drank a Dr. Pepper, The Office was on TV, had to catch up on my reruns that I can watch any time of the day or night, whatever. But he starts going to Nordstrom looking for men's clothing. Then he's looking for a thick wife. Then this one video, I let my wife, and you can fill the sentence in. My wife. Okay.
With enough probable cause to make an arrest, police once again returned to the home on July 12th, just 3 days after Parker's tragic death.
Hey, how you doing? I'm all right. You have Chris come out to us, please.
So based off of our investigation at this point, right, we have determined that there's probable cause to go ahead and charge you for what happened. Okay.
Let's come out here, Christopher.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Okay. So
Okay, we're going to watch that again because he's being coddled. He's being emotionally taken care of. He's being hugged.
So based off of our investigation at this point, right, we have determined that there's probable cause to go ahead and charge you for what happened. Okay.
Let's come out here, Christopher.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Okay. So
No.
listen.
No.
Listen. Okay. This doesn't change. This doesn't change what's going on. Okay. What happens at this point? It's simple. Okay. What happens at this point is you are going to be taken in custody. All right. And you will be booked. And then after you are booked, you have an initial appearance with the judge within the first 24 hours. Okay. After the first 24 hours, right, the judge will determine bond and things like that as far as what happens next. At that point, the case goes to the courts. It'll be between you, it'll be between your attorneys, and it'll be between the county prosecutor. Okay. So again, I can't change the consequences of what happened. All right. But what I'm going to ask of you. Okay.
Come on, Chris. Let's go out here. Can you grab him some shoes, please? No.
They're right there. They're right there. Let me put shoes on.
That's right. Can I just ask one thing, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you say bye to our kids?
Please.
So listen to what I'm saying.
I'm not resisting.
I know.
It's okay.
Please.
Just relax.
I
Just
need you to
relax,
listen.
Christopher.
You need to listen.
Just
Okay.
relax.
We will
Just
get your
relax. Just relax.
The timing of the arrest doesn't sit well with Chris's wife and mother, who express their concerns as well as their harsh opinions about the officers themselves.
Just so you guys two were trying to make this as little as
Harsh opinions? They're babying him. They act like they're dropping him off at daycare, telling him it's going to be okay. How can they have a harsh opinion? What about what happened to Parker? Look, could you imagine being trapped in a car that's almost 150 degrees? And they're worried about him? This is insane.
as soon as possible. So I don't think we wait till after the funeral.
I don't want the kids to see Dad get hauled off.
Seriously.
That's gonna be between you and the court.
Can I give him a kiss? Yeah. I want. Here you go.
Chris, I'm gonna be here and I'll take care of everything.
I love you. The funeral is Friday.
No heart. No heart at all.
As officers prepare for transport, they make one final consideration given the extreme temperatures.
Anything inside your pockets? You just have to, it's standard, okay? Hey, Brooks, on the AC, look on the bottom, it says rear. Let's get the
Hold on. Brooks is my name. Hey, Brooks, on the AC, look at the bottom. It says rear. No, I wasn't there. No, but they made sure to give him air conditioning, but I wasn't there because he would have been sweating his newly showered balls off.
AC. Okay. As good as I can like that. Hold for a second. Thank you.
Christopher Scholtes was arrested and booked into the Pima County Adult Detention Center. He's been indicted on charges of second-degree murder and child abuse related to the death of Parker Scholtes. While he was later released pre-trial services, the court had asked for a $1 million bond. During his second showing at the court in August 2024, Scholtes pleaded not guilty to the charges. The charges have now been escalated to first-degree murder and child abuse.
First degree and child abuse, but according to Fox 10 in Arizona, they're working on a plea deal. Do you think he should have a plea deal? Do you think his wife should up and just divorce his ass? You tell me. Because you guys are the judge and jury around here. You're the best.